Hello friends, happy Leo season, happy new moon in Leo. I hope you're having a beautiful day and taking full advantage of these solar frequencies, the intensity, the growth, the expansion, the strength, the energies of courage, initiation, moving forward as that leader of your life, that lion or lioness. We are definitely here in the Leo season, and I don't know about you, but I can feel it extremely strong. So, I had a little bit of time in between readings, and I thought I would pull some cards. I am pulling from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Beautiful deck. It's really speaking to me today in the reading. So again, for new moons, this is a great time for planting your seeds, setting your intentions, whether they be speaking them out loud, writing them out, doing a little ceremony or ritual to materialize it, bring it into the physical world. Right now, though, I'm finding even just speaking your wishes, speaking your intentions is very powerful, especially since Uranus has moved into Gemini. Things can be electric on the air frequencies. And of course, we want it to flow with ease and grace. So as you speak your intentions and seed your manifestations, please remember to add through grace and ease, win-win situations for all, the highest good for all involved. That's in my mind and perspective a necessity. Other people may not agree, but take it if it resonates and leave it as it does. If it doesn't, of course, with all messages, find your alignment if it resonates with you or does not. You will always find the right message for you through the right channel, frequency, and pathway on the planet. So, moving forward, the first card that came up was the Stag. The Stag. So this is a card of leadership, standing in your power, standing in your truth, knowing and standing up for what you believe. It's having courage. As we move through these other cards, they all braid and interlink together in a beautiful way. But the stag in the Celtic tradition was sometimes hunted, called the Great Hunt, and it was symbolic of the hunter going out into the forest and showing their courage, their strength to find that stag. But it wasn't just about hunting the stag, it was about becoming one with the stag and the current and energies that it represents, the leader of the forest, the one who knows the forest, who knows the land, who's already at one with it. So that is a reflection of becoming more at one with ourselves, with our truth, who we are at our core blueprint. And of course, this is a process that's continually unfolding and evolving all throughout our lives, but to the best of our ability, knowing thyself where we're at right now. And that's the first step in moving forward into the future, which is just the next present moment, right? In the involvement and the connection with ourselves. So of course, call on your guides, call on your guardians of light, angels, celestial friends, ascended masters, spirit guides to assist you on this pathway. They are always there. They are just the difference of being in the physical versus the non-physical. So this is a time of courage, moving into one's own power. Now, if I read a little bit of the stag, some of the phrases, I'm not going to read all of it, opportunity to thrive, express yourself through your gifts, your strength, your power. You were born to lead. This can become a reality when you're willing to put yourself in that position, take responsibility. It also represents fertility and sexuality, exploring that sensual side with spiritual integrity, supporting you on that journey. you're being encouraged to retain your dignity and being proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. So coming into that state, and if you have some time to get outside in nature and really connect with the land, whether you're in a forest or by the ocean or in the desert, wherever you're at, connect with the land and see what messages it has to bring to you, through you at this time, and make sure you write them down. Writing down is so powerful. Also, dream time, the dreams that come to you when you awaken, write those down. There's messages for you. Now, the second card we received is Summer. Bask in the joy and light. So summer months, these are the months where the light, of course, is expanded. So we're being empowered, infused, imbued with the life-giving, life-producing solar node, the solar essence emanation in this galaxy, right? The star. So allow ourselves to take time and really absorb that solar energy in a healthy way. And also, if you do write down your intentions, maybe take them out into the sun and let them be infused. I know it sounds so simple and like, is this anything going on with this? But that's what my guides are showing me. Let it be infused. Same way sometimes we allow or we take out moon water in the moonlight, the new moon or the full moon, to be infused. You're writing your intentions being infused by that solar light, because the sun in Leo, then even though the moon, of course, is the lunar object, it still is significant because it is connecting with the sun. And being in Leo, it's in the, it's the opposite luminary. It's so this lunar luminary, which is normally ruled by Cancer, is being infused by the natural sunlight, and they're in one place. So allowing not only your conscious mind to be infused, but your subconscious mind, and coming into alignment with your truth, with your dreams, with that greater lion within you, that leader. Now, the third card is the Hunter. The Hunter, look at that Hunter. And what does he have on his head? Antlers. So he's been on the hunt. Track down your fears and your desires. So this is calling us into the hunt. I'm hearing the hunt for our soul, the hunt to get to know our soul, our spirit. And so when I saw these cards, I thought, wow, we are in this right now, and we're being initiated into greater aspects of our being. What are the deep fears in our life that we know they're there, but we haven't looked at them? And if we looked at them, what would happen? What would the worst thing that would happen when we get to know a greater part of ourselves? And even though we feel the fear, we would bring our knowledge and information, and hopefully turning it into wisdom to assist us as a tool in our life. So the Hunter, I will read a little about. So some of the key words here are phrases. You are being given confidence and strength. You are being given power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. Face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. Track down all your fears or your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. If you are a male, if you're a male, an opportunity to know yourself. This is an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you're a female or identify as female, this is your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. So leaning into that empowerment of the Hunter. In this book, it relates to the Celtic god Cernunnos. For some reason I have a hard time saying his name. Cernunnos. Please forgive me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But he is one of those powerful Celtic gods, the stag god, god of the wild, and represents both the hunt and the hunter, the hunted and the hunter. So, and helps us face that fears from a state of being fearless. You know, I was doing readings earlier, and the Egyptian pantheon kept on coming up a lot, and this in certain ways would relate to the aspect of Horus, the avenger of the gods. Totally like different story, but the Horus is the one who sees clearly into the darkness, through the darkness, is the protector of over the underworld. So he protects against the underworld. And of course, those are fears, darkness, shadows, those more negative aspects. But because he can see through them clearly, he can see the truth and what is necessary to move through it. And when you can see them clearly, they're not fears anymore. So let's ponder that for a little while. Take some time, maybe sit in the ceremony, sit in silence, sit in quietness as we progress through the sun and moon in Leo. This will be going on, currently we're just at about 5 degrees, moon in Leo, so it should be going on till about Saturday afternoon, I believe is when the moon moves into Virgo. So we have this time to empower ourselves. And of course, we can always empower ourselves, but it's beautiful to move within the cycles of nature, the seasons, and the lunar and solar aspects, since we are innately connected with the earth and this system of worlds, this galactic system. We're made up of the elements, and so we're intimately connected at a macrocosmic level, not just an individual microcosmic level with one another, but the greater is present and is wanting to infuse and assist us at this time, as they always are. But there's a special power. And remember, Leo just brings a lot of gifts. If we can allow ourselves to release past wounds, if we can allow ourselves to open up to that solar light. Remember, the sun, at least in the Kabbalistic tradition, on the tree of light, relates with the Sephirah, sphere of light, that's what Sephirah means, of Tiferet. Tiferet is the Christ consciousness state. So it's bringing that divine illumination to the consciousness, connecting it to the higher consciousness, and allowing us to manifest it here on earth as individuals in a microcosmic body. But we're connecting with the macrocosmic perfection or divinity. So that is another aspect, and we could dive deeper into that another time. Thank you so much for watching. If you did till the end, I'm sending you so much love and blessings. If you'd like to book a reading, please feel free. Again, I do, as most of you know, tarot, oracle, and I really do love doing the astrology readings, looking at your natal chart, and then also looking at the transits that are passing through and seeing how that may affect you in the timeline ahead. So I'm sending you so much love and blessings. I also do new moon and full moon guided meditations, if that's something you're interested in, or even learning about the angels, ascended masters, crystals, the violet flame, all of those. I do love to share and experience and view, and just, I do love all of that. Okay, so I will talk to you later. Happy New Year.